おはようございます。こんにちは。こんばんは。お疲れ様です。Hello and welcome to my channel, I guess. My name is Rina. I'm in my 30s, 37, and I live in Tokyo. Thank you for clicking on this. I'm assuming that whoever is listening is somewhat interested in what it's like living in Japan or how to learn Japanese or anything like that. So stay around until the end and sit back and just chill. Like I said, my name is Rina. I'm from Sweden. I work in tech in Tokyo currently. I've been living in Tokyo for the past 10 years. In total, something close to 13, 14. By this time, I've stopped counting. And I'm doing this because myself, I really like listening to podcasts. I know lately it's very popular to, listen to have video and people either talking to other people or just, talking by themselves. And while that's all good and all, I don't want to put myself on camera necessarily. Also, I'm just lazy and I don't want to do edits. But also, radio is kind of nice. Radio on YouTube, as much radio as I can get. Yeah. So, I'm starting this hoping that, someone will find it interesting and someone will have, questions to ask or, opinions or whatever. Let's be nice. Let's not hate. The internet is a scary place and the world is negative enough as it is and, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, as I mentioned, I have lived in Tokyo, in Japan for some 10, 13-ish years at this point. And through my time here, I've had experience as most people who do Japan Tube have. And they all share their experience. I figured, why not share mine as well? So here I am. Lately I've been getting questions of like, how did you learn Japanese? How can I learn English? And I basically say the same thing every time. And I always say, just go to karaoke and sing your heart out. Which is obviously is not the entire truth. But that is the biggest way I think I learned my Japanese. Let's see here. I started listening to Japanese music and, I watched Sailor Moon. I became a fan of it. Long story short, that's how I became, I'm not going to say obsessed, but, sort of obsessed with both Sailor Moon, but also Japan. And, extremely biased and, all of that. But, eventually I also grew out of that, thank God. And the best, obviously, I went to language school in Japan. And that's how I learned a lot of grammar. But seriously, the most efficient way maybe that I learned was through TV, through anime, Sailor Moon especially, and just going to karaoke. I like music, so I wanted to learn the songs I listened to, and that's how I eventually learn the language. And also, unfortunately, like I wish this wasn't true, but fake it till you make it also for me played a big part. I don't like admitting when I don't know. No way, that's not true. I didn't like admitting when I didn't know something. So I know, and then researching in secret and pretend that I knew. Having that said, it's nothing wrong about not knowing. It's okay not to know. It's okay to ask questions. But in my case, I didn't like doing that. So, yeah. I don't know. What? That is one of the, like, how did you learn is one of the biggest questions I get. And for now, I guess that might be it. This is a short one. I have a tendency to just babble away, and I have a feeling if I could keep this up, that's what I'll be gonna do here too. For what it's worth, my Japanese, I passed N1, JLPT N1 in December of 2014. Before that, I took it once and failed. I passed 2. Before it was called before it was called excuse my stumbling. Before it was called N2, I believe I passed 2, or it was just after it was renamed to N2. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. But yeah, I passed N1, and I'm horribly scared of potentially taking it again. I mean, I passed it, and as far as I know, it doesn't really, expire. But, so part of me is like, I kind of want to take it again, and just to see how my level holds up, and, all of that. But I think I would fail because I've not been in school since like December 2014, and the grammar on JLPT N1 is not one you use in everyday life unless you, I don't know, work at extremely strict legal business, maybe. I don't know. So yeah, I am confident in my pronunciation, but lately a friend of mine has been pointing out that, your intonation is off sometimes. And, yeah, I know it is. It's also one of those areas in which I'm trying to improve very much lately. Like, I'm paying attention to it a lot, which is to the point where I'm overthinking, and I say something right, and then I think it's wrong, and I say it wrong, and then, I get confused. But, it is what it is. Yeah, I guess that's it for now. Please, whoever listened to this, feel free to leave a comment, subscribe, all of that. I don't know how often I'll do updates, but I have a feeling, in the beginning at least, it will be quite often. I don't know. I like to talk, and if I know that someone's listening, I like to talk even more. And I like, I like feedback. But I will say my style will be that I don't want to edit. I am horribly lazy. I want to edit as little as possible, so I'm just gonna up this as it is, with stumblings and stuff as it is. And I don't know, I will try to keep the photos I choose interesting. For this one, I haven't decided yet, so I can't talk about it, but I think I'll just put, like a Tokyo-scape or something. Pretty skies or pretty buildings or whatever. But in the future, I hope to maybe get some fun, I don't know, stories about the pictures I end up choosing as well. And yeah, please leave a comment, leave a question. If you have questions about, I don't know. To me, everything here in Japan these days is so normal, so I forget what's not normal to people who don't live or haven't lived here for a long time, except for the obvious of, language differences and, manners and stuff. But, if you're interested and if you want to if you want to hear me talk about stuff, maybe, I don't know, leave a comment, be nice, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.